Hello everybody and welcome into another edition of Inside Pitch here at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. I'm Ben Frederickson alongside Jeff Gordon. Gordo, today we're going to talk about something that has helped the Cardinals maintain their spot in the top half of the division in second place headed into this series against the Twins. They're starting pitching. It's been better than we thought, but it has already encountered some hurdles, and there's some turbulence up ahead here a little bit. You've got Carlos Martinez on the DL. You also have Adam Wainwright headed back to the DL after what was a really concerning outing in San Diego, and he said he can't be in there if he knows if that's what he's going to be able to offer, and the Cardinals certainly have other options there. Kind of big picture rotation-wise, have we seen the end of Adam Wainwright as a Cardinals starter?
Yeah, we may have seen the last of him as Adam Wainwright, the Adam Wainwright we knew about, or even close to Adam Wainwright. And of course, if he's just a 70% Adam Wainwright, it's probably not good enough to be in this rotation this year. And he knows that. When your fastball's not reaching 90, when you're laboring, that doesn't set up your curveball, doesn't set up your changeup. It was painful. I listened to the Padres broadcast of that game, and Greg Vaughn was saying how hard it was to watch a great player like Wainwright, who was competing as hard as he could, but clearly didn't have anything. And it got through a couple innings on guts alone. That's not good enough for the Cardinals right now.
Yeah, they have some better options. And before we look at some of those guys who are fast approaching, in Jack Flaherty, also Alex Reyes, what about Wainwright coming back maybe as a reliever? Now, I think if the Cardinals are going to try to bring him back, they have to do it in a way that really tests his ability to pitch, recover, pitch, recover. You don't want to send him out for one rehab start, he feels good, and bring him back. You want to actually make sure that that elbow is going to hold up. But say it does. Could he be effective perhaps as a reliever? Because as much as he's been beat up by other teams' bats, the curveball is still the curveball.
And we've seen other guys develop better velocity out of the bullpen. He needs to get the fastball back up around or over 90 to be effective to set up the curveball. They do need a long guy. It's not a highly glamorous role, but they need a guy in that position. He's better suited for that if he's healthy than Sam Tuivailala. So, yeah, perhaps he can finish out and help. He's not too proud to do whatever he can to help the team, and if he can be active, and he'll have a leadership value that's hard to quantify. There
aren't too many rotations where you could have your ace on the DL and Carlos Martinez with that lat strain that the Cardinals don't think is going to be a huge issue moving forward, and also a guy with as experienced as Adam Wainwright be out, and you still feel okay about what you have. Jack Flaherty is in. That's one reason Cardinals fans are feeling pretty good. They'd like to see this guy stick this time. And you also have some guy named Alex Reyes who's speeding toward the rotation after a really nice 2 rehab starts. He's headed for 2 more. He'll do one in Springfield and one in Memphis, but no signs of concern there so far. He's looked like Alex Reyes is supposed to look coming back from Tommy John. As Carlos Martinez works his way back, as Flaherty tries to stick, as Reyes tries to work his way into this rotation, who's feeling the most pressure out of the guys who are currently in?
Right, Luke Weaver's got tremendous stuff, but he's not had the command he needs. He's had too many high pitch counts, not getting deep enough in the games. He knows he's probably the bubble guy. Now, the good news for Luke is he could have a role as a hammer in the bullpen. They've got a couple guys they think are hammers, but he could also slide into that role. He's got the stuff. He's got the build more of a reliever than as a dominant 30-start starting pitcher. So perhaps that could be his direction if he can't hold off the competition.
And we haven't even mentioned guys like an Austin Gomber or a John Gant. It shows you the depth that the Cardinals have, and it shows you why they're not going to be able to rely too much on guys who are underperforming because they have options who can help. So for now, they're in decent enough shape, probably better than a lot of other teams would be. Meanwhile, the offense needs to help some of these guys out. The starters can't carry them the whole way, so the burden is on the offense to get something going here.
Well, Adam Wainwright could always play outfield.
He can always hit, too. One of the things that was underrated. For Jeff Gordon, I'm Ben Frederickson. Keep it locked on STLtoday.com for all your Cardinals coverage, and we'll be back next week with another Inside Pitch.